Copyright disclaimer. Under Title 17 U.S.C. Section 107, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing nonprofit, educational, or personal use, tips a balance in favor of fair use. Okay, you guys, this is from Dublin Live. Ex-Scientologist to protest outside church's Marion Square offices. This is dated November 2017. The High Court lifted an injunction preventing ex-Scientologists from picketing the church's premises. I remember watching a video in which, when Mike Rinder was in Scientology, he was threatening Bob Minton and some other people with Bob Minton with an injunction. So that's one of their tools. Never miss a beat from Dublin and beyond. An ex-Scientologist is to protest outside the controversial church's National Affairs office on Marion Square this Saturday. Pete Griffiths says he was conned for 20 years until a similar protest in 2008 led to a penny-dropping moment that saw him desert Scientology. The High Court last week lifted an injunction forbidding Griffiths on his servants or agents or any person acting in concert with him from picketing Church of Scientology premises. Now Griffiths plan to demonstrate outside the Church of Scientology's Dublin 2 offices in the hope that his protest might help others to see that they have been duped. Griffiths, who heads up the ex-Scientologists Ireland group, said today, "I'm keen to resume regular protests of the Scientologists' premises after defeating their court injunction. While I'm opposed to the Scientology organization's fraud and abuses," that always makes me nervous. It makes me nervous when people say that. "I see Scientologists as victims deserving of sympathy and understanding. The reason it makes me nervous is I think they are still practicing Scientologists. I was conned for 20 years until such a protest opened my eyes to the enormity of the deceit." That's good to know. At the weekend, author and well-known ex-church member John Atack, well, I don't align with him anymore, but this is an old article, described the successful appeal as a landmark achievement against active Scientologists in the Irish courts. Why do they, and honestly, what is it with these news reporters and news stations where they have to get quotes from these ex-Scientologists? It's not necessary. There are no experts. Griffith added that the goal of Saturday's protest, which will take place from 11 a.m., is to inform the general public and, if possible, to reach the existing membership in the hopes that they too will eventually come to see that they have been duped. Hopefully before their children are abused. That's Scientology Community Center, Dublin. And why did the Irish government allow Scientology in? Inquiring minds want to know. A new Church of Scientology opened in Fearhouse last month. All the abuses and everything, why did they allow them back into Ireland? While their offices in Leafy Marion Square opened a year ago. Sean Crow, TD for Dublin Southwest, said recently that he had grave concerns about the Fearhouse opening. Yeah, and why did the Irish government allow that? We all know. This is basically a place for a cult. And we know that from the past. It targets people who are vulnerable in their own lives. It's the only ones they target. They're targeting Ukrainians right now in England. It is not something I would encourage people to get involved in, he said. Or no, rather Denmark. Fianna Fáil leader Michael Martin described Scientology as a cult at his party Ard Face in the RDS last month. He told the party faithful, "These types of cults can be very damaging to people, particularly to young people." Exactly. The best way forward needs to be examined. It may not be legislated. I think ultimately, in situations like this, it is about education. So that's it, you guys. I will leave a link in the description box. Like and subscribe if you choose. Otherwise, have an amazing day or night, wherever you are. Peace.